Well, what's going on, gang? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. I've got Spyderco on the table. I know, it's shocking. This is the Military 2, and I really enjoy this particular both aesthetic and the way these knives feel in hand. The PM2 and the Para 3 are longtime favorites of mine. I didn't originally intend to get one of these, but life as a collector. Plus, I get to bring it to you and share it, so that made it worth it. It is, as you can see, just a bigger version of these. They've been making the Military for a really long time, and for years it was tip down only. This generation, and I got this one from the folks at Lynch. That's why I have their cool little pocket clip on there. This generation, at least, is completely, you can move the clip anywhere you want. You know, it's their compression lock, which is a never-fail system. It's got a nice long blade. This is a really, really cool knife. Now, I will say, you guys know I like big knives. Oh, that is filthy. Let's clean that a little bit. All right. So the PM2 here, this one's an S45VN. I actually got this when they first released that blade steel. Since then, I've put on an aftermarket clip. I put in a different spacer. I've added a back spacer to it. The only things I love about Spyderco's is that they are infinitely mess-withable. That is still dirty. I don't know what I cut, but it's all over. And then, of course, there's the Para 3, which is, this one's in 204p. I love this knife. It's a little small for my hand. It's not as comfortable because of that. Ideally, the PM2 is probably the best of them for me, even with the new Military. But I wanted to have the big one, just to round out the collection, as it were. It's really big, like long. It's basically the same grip size, but just stretched. And so, I mean, you can hold it way back here. Let's take a look what you get for your $210. This is the basic S30V edition. I did not go out and search up the MagnaCut or one of the fancy blade steels. I just wanted the knife to see how it carries and cuts and compares to its two smaller brothers. So let's take a look at what you get. First and foremost, we're going to do this way because this knife is, you know, that Spyderco curve is so evident when the knife gets longer. It's really interesting. All right. So what do you get? You get a little over 3.5 inches of cutting on just at 4 inches of that S30V. The grip area is 2-stage. So from behind the swell, you're looking at 4 inches even. But if you add the forward choil, 1, 2, 3, 4, just at 5. Right? So that is a lot of knife. It is. Tip to tail, 8, 9.5 inches overall. That is a really big knife. Now, I say that, but it's not big, it's just long. I mean, well, what do I have up here that's bigger? This is the Geddon from the folks at Micarta. This is a big knife. This is a big knife. This is just a long knife. All right, let's do some size comparisons with tools you may be more familiar with. I've already had the Spyderco's up on the table. So here it is against a Hogue Deca, as you can see. It just dwarfs it. How about the Ritter Hogue? And for those of you who don't know, this is the exact same dimensions, or very close, to the Benchmade Griptilian. As you can see, it is considerably longer than that. Here it is against a CJRB Pyrite, probably one of my favorite budget-friendly knives in the last 5 years. Look, the Military 2 here is just a giant knife. Now, ordinarily, that would have me giggling and being all, yay, it's enormous. And I do like it for that. But the truth is, my truth, yours may be different. is that while the Para 3 is a little too small for me, the PM2 is just right. It absolutely fits my hand like a knife should, which means the military is a little bit awkward. I like having the extra blade, but these knives have always been handle heavy. The aesthetic, right? The ratios of the military series, paramilitary, military series of Spyderco has always been a little wonky. It's really evident on the military too. Like there's just an endless amount of handle. I can almost, you know, I can, it's a two-hander, a Zweihander. That's not necessary, but hey, whatever. It's cool. I've had this one for a couple of weeks. I have done nothing to it. I haven't adjusted it. It came from the folks at Lynch with this clip installed, which was really nice. The action is very good, as they tend to be. It's just an overall successful cutting tool from the folks at Spyderco. And if you like Spyderco, you're good with that. If you don't like Spyderco, why are you watching? I mean, watch to the end, of course, but obviously this wouldn't be for you. Closed length, and this is kind of what we're talking about on the Military 2 here, is 5.5 inches. You got to have long pockets. Now, look, you may not put a deep carry clip on yours, which would make you you'd need slightly less long pockets, but not much. In the pocket profile is very nice. Because of that Spyderco swell, right? We line that up there. We're talking about 1.5 inches, a little bit more. Right? It's identical to the PM2. So, let's weigh it. I mean, I guess I should tell you. You get 3.63 millimeters of that S30V, which is virtually identical to all. Wait, is that actually thinner stock? No, it's the same. Same blade stock, same basic ergonomics, just a little stretched out as these. So if you like these and you want a bigger knife, you know, whatever. As I said, these are 210 bucks. It's not inexpensive, but in today's world, it's also not ridiculously priced. I really like this thing. I know it kind of sounds like I don't, but that's primarily because I love this one. I mean, this is just an excellent pocket knife. The Military 2 I picked up primarily, like I said, because I wanted a bigger one, and also because I wanted sort of all of them. I am a knife nerd, after all. I think I'm actually happy with Spyderco about this. One of the things that's going on right now is that knife companies are releasing knives so fast and so furious that if you like a knife design, you better buy it right now or it's going to disappear, because they're going to replace it with 6 other designs in the next 9 months. Spyderco, at the very least, continues to make stuff that people like. The other side of that is that they don't release a lot of new stuff, really new, innovative, very often. But at the very least, if you like the Para 3, you can still get one. And I dig that, right? Now, if you want the Para 3 in unobtainium steel, then you got to chase their sprint runs, and then you've got to be really quick with your mount. They do count on that a little bit. But if you just want an excellent cutting tool, Spyderco's got you. I'm not going to argue with that. Anyway, this is the Military 2 from the folks at Spyderco. It is an excellent cutting tool. It is a large cutting tool if you're into that sort of thing, and I think that you might enjoy it, particularly if you enjoy these. If you don't, that's not going to be for you. And on that note, we're going to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time very much. I'll put a link in the description to where you can find one of these if you are so inclined. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.